She's absolutely lovely. Yeah, she's here from Milton. Please put your hands together for the lovely Diana Barbosa.
Hello, Ellen. Woohoo! I overheard somebody saying that it was a very attractive crowd, and they were not kidding. I should have come in here earlier. Especially because I just recently celebrated a big milestone. 5 years divorced. When I don't hear the claps, it's because there's a lot of like married people that are going, oh, I wish I'd done that 5 years. No need to hate. It was an amicable divorce. And for those of you that might not be familiar with that term, that's the most passive-aggressive of all the divorces. Right? We just pretend that nothing's wrong while mumbling under our breath all the time. But it is 25 years, which I don't say that as a failed marriage. 25 years is a success even by criminal standards. We both lived out our life sentence. I like to think that I got out for good behavior, and he was lucky to get out alive. We started dating when I was 18 years old, and we were married. We got married by the time I was 22. By the time I was divorced, I was 44, and I thought it'd be a good idea to date again. There's always one, right? I feel you. I never dated an adult, first of all, right? Because I was 18 when I started dating my ex. And people don't meet in the real world anymore. And Michelle was talking about the dating apps. And I went on this dating app called Plenty of Fish.
Oh.
Yeah, usually. Thank you. Nobody told me that the fish are the clownfish and the bottom feeders in that app. And I was still very naive. And people can text you, like can actually message you without needing to match. And I set up a profile. I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I had over 100 messages. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling myself, right? Because I'm like, oh, wow. Well, it turns out I wasn't ready to sort of jump into another, looking for a husband relationship. I thought I wanted to meet somebody, go on a few dates. So I thought when I was given the options that was casual. So I chose looking for casual relationship. I still have the same woman looking at me. Yeah, that's why I was so popular, because everybody thought I was a whore. But I did end up going, I met a guy, we were having a great conversation. We decide to meet, and this was 2021, so we were coming out of the pandemic, right? And he says, it was a scoping date, what I call a scoping date. We're not really ready to commit to like a full dinner, so we decide to meet at the Tim Hortons in Burlington. And I'm thinking, oh, Burlington, that's like, Toronto's rich cousin, Oakville, Texas, Hamilton Views. This isn't so bad, right? So we get to the Tim Hortons. He pulls up in a nice car. He gets out of the car. He's well dressed. He smells good. If you've been on a dating app, you know that I'm doing really well. I think this could be the one, right? And I thought so I was impressed until he started kind of really pushing that he wanted to go drive-through. And I'm already like, we're on a coffee date at Tim Hortons already, and now we're gonna go drive through, and I had to decline 3 times that I was not gonna get into his car. But I'm still like, it's COVID, like past COVID, and he was saying, he just didn't want to go like around too many people. But I'm like, we can say goodbye, I'm not going in the car. It's fine, we go inside, we get our drink, and he says, well, can we at least sit outside? Because I don't want, I have a little bit of anxiety, I don't want to sit amongst all these people. I'm thinking, no problem. We go and we sit on the curb, just outside the Tim Hortons. He starts talking and he's very charming. He runs his own business. It turns out he grew up working retail. He worked at Foot Locker for a very long time. It was very interesting. And then he says, I actually have a party trick that I can do. And I said, what's that? I can tell the size of a person's foot just by looking at it. The bar's low. I'm pretty impressed. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, just show me your foot. I'm like, okay, what could go wrong? So it's the summertime. I slip off my shoe and I kind of slide my foot out like this. And he reaches over, cups my heel with one hand, and puts his other hand on my calf. And I'm like, I thought this was a look-see deal. Like, I didn't know this was a touchy, but I'm still kind of like, what's going on? And he says, 7.5. I'm like, oh, I'm impressed. What do you mean you're impressed? But he doesn't let go. And at this point, I'm like, okay, like, what do I do now? And as my brain was going, because I was new to this dating thing, right? And as a woman, you're afraid, like, am I overthinking this? Is this really something? The foot goes in his mouth.
Oh.
Like goes in the mouth. And at this point, so I tell my friends this story, and they're like, oh, I would have kicked him in the face. But I'm like, I don't know what level of crazy this is. Is this truly an innocent foot fetish? I mean, I'm not here to kink shame. Or is he having a taste test, Dahmer style? And I honestly wish I would have been able to see, I should get the security footage, because you know the security footage exists somewhere. I wish I could have seen the look on his face, because he does kind of pause and look me right in the eye. Use you, sir, if you don't mind. And he says to me, is this too much? And I look at him and I say, it's a little intimate for a first date. And so he gently gives me my foot back. Yeah. I wish I was making this whole story up. And the one thing that I realized that night, and Michelle was talking about all the different terminology that you learn when you're on dating apps. It's a whole world out there. I have learned a lot since being single. But what I learned that night is, number one, that having my feet sucked at a Burlington Tim Hortons during the pandemic is not my kink. And number two, that, the foot fetish was not the red flag, but me agreeing to sit outside with a man at a Tim Hortons during a global pandemic probably was the red flag. So now I try to be a little bit more casual about things. Oh, spoiler alert, he wasn't the one. I do try to take things a little more casually, less seriously, and the one thing that I've learned is that breakups, men come and go, they're easy to replace. It's actually much more like losing your wallet, and it's only worth crying over if either of them has any money. And with that, I will leave you well, and thank you so much for listening.
What's up for Diana Barbosa, everybody?
Thanks. Thank you.
Anybody
Thank you.
find that dating story?